Celebrated Canadian songwriter, composer, and pianist Stephan Moccio is the artist behind some of all of our favorite songs and yours. He's written for everybody, really, like Celine Dion, to name a few, Miley Cyrus and The Weeknd, and now he's out with an album of his own. Have a listen. Scenes from a Velvet Room. It's an instrumental album looking back on Stephan's formative years performing at Toronto's Four Seasons Hotel Lounge. I have so many questions. He's joining us this morning in studio. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lindsay.
So this is your fourth studio album, is that right?
It is, I think. 4.5. It's a long story, but yeah.
4.5. Story for another day, perhaps.
Right.
This is called Scenes from a Velvet Room. That room is the lounge at the Four Seasons Hotel in Toronto.
Correct.
And you have said, I'm going to quote you here, it's where I stopped trying to impress and started learning how to haunt a room.
Correct.
I love your choice of words and language here. Can you explain a little bit about what you mean?
It was between the ages of 20 and 23. I was, a young music student. I had just graduated from Western. And I moved back to Toronto, and I started playing at the lounge there called La Serre. Mm-hmm. That's the original Four Seasons, which was on kind of Cumberland Avenue before they moved over to the new location. And I played there for 3 years, 3 hours a night, 6 days a week.
Wow.
I cut my teeth into the American Songbook, Cole Porter. I learned a lot, and I learned how to sort of control the temperature of a room with a lot of ego, a lot of money, affluence, and power, because that Four Seasons, the Four Seasons here in Toronto, is still the hotel where a lot of world leaders, celebrities stay during the film festival. I was 20 years old. I was performing for Elton John. I was performing for Sting and Tom Hanks, and it left a formidable impression on me. I would have to enter at 5 o'clock sharp every night, and the way that I would play the piano would start tinkling, and you would watch people's level of conversation just all of a sudden perk up.
And so would you go with the flow in terms of what the energy was in the room?
It all depended, because in a happy hour, as people drank more and more, they would get louder and louder.
Of course.
But it was, again, I just, as I look back now, I'm 53. Mm-hmm. I was in my early 20s. It was an incredible experience in terms of psychology. I bet. And really maybe preparing you for the music industry, fair 100%, to say? How so? 100%. Just dealing with, I go back to the sense of power and the ego, and that everybody has a sense of, at that level, and the sense of affluence, sometimes everyone thinks they're the most important person in the room. Mm. And as a producer, you have to make your artist that you're producing feel like they're the most important artist as well. When I'm working and I'm producing a vocal, for example, for an artist, it's not to say that all artists are egomaniacs. That's not what I'm saying. But there's in order to get a good performance from somebody, you have to know how to speak to them. And their language. And their language.
Yeah. I know you were mentioning sort of the people that have come through that space or went through that space when you were playing in the moodiness of the lounge. You talked about Elton John. Tom Hanks. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So Christopher Plummer was there?
It's a great story. I wish I was at the piano, but I started playing Edelweiss.
You did?
Yes. Blah, 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 blah. And at the table number 9, right beside my left, was where people who wanted to sit beside the pianist would sit. Mm. And then after the refrain would come back, I hear, Edelweiss, Edelweiss. And it ended up being Christopher Plummer.
No way.
From The Sound of Music. And I always joke, I always say I was waiting for Julie Andrews and the Von Trapp family to come through the door.
And a couple of the Cheers cast were there, and you started playing the Cheers theme song?
And everybody, yes. Norm and Cliff were there, and they were doing, I think, a Pepsi commercial back, we're talking 25 years ago, and the entire bar started singing, "Somewhere you don't go where everybody knows your name." But again, I mean, it was great.
It was great.
Listen to Billy Joel's Piano Man, and every lyric in that makes 100%, it makes me cry every time.
I was thinking about you this morning because I watched his documentary recently.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, it is brilliant.
It's brilliant.
And listening to him talk about his experiences as a piano man.
Right.
And playing in the lounge and that atmosphere. It's just fascinating.
It's fascinating.
I have so many questions about that, but I do want to mention one other thing.
Go for it.
Which is that we're celebrating 10 years. We've gone through 10 seasons. We're about to enter season 11 on this show. Which is really, is really hard to believe. And for those, at home right now, you may or may not know this, but you composed our theme song.
I did.
Can we listen to it again? It's so good.
Down, 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 down.
How'd you come up with it?
You know what? That was actually the 3rd attempt.
Really?
I remember, yes. I mean, I think my dear friend Randy Lennox was here running, I think, the network at the time, and we were talking about, I wanted to do something just, that would get people out of bed and wake them up. I mean, that was the whole thing with the morning show theme. And I struggled with this one, and all of a sudden, I literally woke up one morning, and it all came to me. There was elements of Coldplay. I wanted to feel like that it could be modern and still classic, and it would last, you know, a decade. And here we are. It has.
And it will continue to, because honestly, I still love it every single time I hear it. I'm not just saying that.
No, I love that. I really appreciate that, because a lot of forethought goes into doing a theme like that.
Congrats on the new album.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in and chatting with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Stephan's album, by the way, Scenes from a Velvet Room, is out now. You can also see him live August 21st in Montreal and the 22nd in Toronto.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.